The movie begins with a young Christopher Robin. He befriends Pooh, Piglet, Owl, Rabbit, and Eeyore in the Hundred Acre Wood. They all live happily together, but one day Christopher has to leave them to go to college. This leaves the group on their own, and soon they run out of food during winter. Starving, the animals are forced to eat Eeyore. This event changes them forever. They lose trust in humans and become wild. They stop speaking and promise never to forgive Christopher for abandoning them. Years pass. Christopher, now grown up, returns to the 100 Acre Wood with his fiancée Mary. He wants to introduce her to his childhood friends. But when they arrive, the place is no longer the same. It looks abandoned and eerie. They explore the area, but they do not find anyone. Later that night, they are ambushed. Piglet appears and strangles Mary with a chain. Pooh helps Piglet and drags Christopher into the woods. Sometime later, a group of university students arrives at the 100 Acre Wood. They have rented a cabin nearby. The group includes Maria, Jessica, Alice, Zoe, Lara, and Tina. Maria is trying to recover from a traumatic experience, and her friends have brought her here to relax. While exploring the woods, Tina becomes separated from the group. She gets lost and ends up in an abandoned garage. As she looks around, Pooh appears. He attacks her, and she tries to hide, but Pooh finds her and throws her into a wood chipper. Tina does not survive. The movie then shifts back to Pooh's treehouse, where Christopher is being held captive. Pooh tortures Christopher by whipping him with Eeyore's tail and covering him with Mary's blood. Back at the cabin, the remaining students are unaware of what has happened to Tina. As night falls, they are ambushed by Pooh and Piglet. Pooh drives a car and runs over Lara, crushing her. Piglet uses a sledgehammer to kill Zoe. Maria and Jessica manage to witness these events from a distance. They see Alice being taken away by Pooh and Piglet. Determined to save her, they follow the attackers. They find Alice being held in Pooh's treehouse. They manage to rescue her, and all three of them escape. On their way out, they find Christopher chained up. They free him and meet another captive named Charlene. Charlene explains that she has been tortured by Piglet, who has mutilated her face. She wants revenge. Charlene creates a plan to lure Piglet. She calls him out, and he arrives. Charlene tries to fight him, but Pooh intervenes. Together, Pooh and Piglet overpower Charlene. Piglet kills Charlene by mauling her. Alice decides to stay behind and confront Piglet. She manages to knock him out using his own sledgehammer. However, Pooh suddenly appears and kills Alice by stabbing her through the mouth. After Alice's death, Maria and Jessica run into the woods trying to escape from Pooh. They come across a group of local men who are armed and appear willing to help them. However, Pooh quickly arrives and kills the men with ease, showing no mercy. Maria tries to fight back by getting into one of the men's trucks and attempting to run over Pooh. She loses control of the truck and crashes, knocking herself unconscious. When Maria wakes up, she sees Pooh dragging Jessica away. Helpless, she watches as Pooh brutally decapitates Jessica. Maria is left alone and terrified. Pooh then turns his attention back to Maria, who tries her best to escape. While Maria is being pursued by Pooh, Christopher suddenly reappears. He has managed to gather his strength after escaping from Pooh's earlier torture. Christopher uses a vehicle to ram into Pooh, pinning him between two cars. However, even this is not enough to stop Pooh completely. He survives the impact and frees himself. Pooh grabs Maria and holds her at knife point. Christopher pleads with Pooh to let her go, offering to stay with him forever if he spares Maria. For the first time in the movie, Pooh breaks his vow of silence. He speaks two words, "You left." Pooh then slashes Maria's throat, killing her. Christopher, realizing there is no reasoning with his former friend, makes the decision to flee. He runs away, leaving the 100 Acre Wood behind, as Pooh continues stabbing Maria's lifeless body. The movie ends with Christopher escaping the woods, but the fate of Pooh is left unresolved.